Hello there, Capricorn. It's time for a little weekly reading. I'm Michele B. For those of you who don't know me already. For those of you who do, welcome to the cab of my little Charlie bird, my Ford F-150 that's been in the shop for the last month. Finally, the weather's nice enough that I can just feel comfortable just sitting out and parked in the forest. It's a forest park, so you hear people walking by. It's kind of a busy park, but it's so much quieter than my apartment. Between the roommates and all of the construction and all of the train and the semi-trucks going by, it's just like, oh, it's so crazy. So I'm so grateful to have this quiet space to just look out over the green forest and just enjoy cranking out good vibes for you. So here we go. The Empress as a general energy for you to keep in mind for this week. It's about creativity. Interestingly enough, let's see, Sagittarius's indicator card was the Emperor, and you got the Empress. And for Sagittarius, it was about not having a sense of stability, of groundedness, of being like in the here and now, right at this moment. Whereas you're just like feeling like you want to be creative. You're feeling like you want to get in touch with it. The Empress is about sensuality. It's about creating, manifesting something beautiful, something abundant. The fire department's here. I hope everything's okay. They might just be taking a break. That would be really nice to think, right? Anyway, so it's about feeling abundant. It's about feeling like you can create something whenever you want. It could be that you're thinking about some kind of really creative project, that especially something that uses natural resources. You needed that as a clue about which direction to go when it comes to creating something really awesome. Remember to be in touch with your sexuality, your physical body. That's what the Empress is all about. She's in touch with her physical body and her sexuality when it comes to creating. I think that you need to be doing some dancing. Yeah. I feel like that's gonna shake out Capricorn. You're all about the physical. Yeah, it looks like somebody got injured and they had to call the first responders to show up. Because I'm looking out over a soccer field, so it's probably some kids just had too much fun. I'm sure it's fine. Because it looks like it's like there's some children from a local school that are doing something over here. Anyway, dancing, moving your body, like yoga, anything you can do to get into your physical body can help get the creative, artistic juices flowing when it comes to turning something that's in your head into something that's out there, into reality. The magician is the person that is the conduit from the universe into physical form. Like, I make it happen with the power of the universe, with what's in my head. So he's like the masculine version, whereas the Empress is the feminine version, where she's like using her body instead of her mind. She's using her body to create, and she's not really thinking about it. She's flowing with it, right? Let's get a little bit more clarification about that, and we might get some specific guidance for particular Capricorns that resonate with the ideas that are downloading into my noggin. Releasing the ego. The Strength card is here telling you about comforting your ego. It's another major arcana along with the Empress. When we put these two together, we're saying, and in order to get to this really awesome creative space, you have to let yourself not be attached to what other people think of you, and what it's particularly what it is that you're laying on the line, what it is that you're potentially sacrificing while you're being this creative, impulsive person. So if you're having to invest some extra money It doesn't make sense to your standard tip Capricorn to be like investing money into a creative endeavor that may not pay off. But you're being asked to consider just releasing that attachment, getting yourself out of that comfort zone. Do you see how this lady, this maiden, is comforting the lion? It's like, hey, it's okay to let yourself enjoy the creative process without having to worry about the money aspect of it. The money, what's really cool is that the money ends up working out if you let yourself just flow creatively. Like, you let yourself flow creatively, enjoy the process, and the little downloads when you have the intention that the money will come. The downloads of how to turn it into something viable will come, but also people will show up when they see you're doing something really awesome, something really useful, something beautiful that you're really loving creating. People will show up and they're going to be like, this is so awesome. I want to be a part of it. How can I pay for it? Right? So, like, release your egoic attachment to the physical details when it comes to how you're going to make it happen. Just let it happen. Yeah, you're going to have to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You won't know for a little while. You won't know for a little while how it's all going to work out. But you just set the intention, okay? Set the intention. I'm going to do a blessing so you know what I'm talking about. That all is well as long as you enjoy what you're doing. That you'll learn everything you need to know. All the bills will be paid. Everything will be taken care of in the long run. Life is about so much more than how much money is in your bank account. Is that cliche? Yes, but it's true, right? That's why it's become cliche. It's because it's true. The Tower. There is a worry that if you let yourself, to you, it's like a deterioration, like you're deteriorating into a lack of control. As you lose control, the worst could happen. Some kind of disaster could befall you. And this is the narrative that our culture likes to hang on to, is that there's the folly of following your bliss is that you end up broke, destitute. Some kind of hardship's going to happen. Aliens might invade. You might get in a car wreck. Like, all these bad things could happen if you lose control of the process of what you're doing. Like, you have to know exactly how every bill is going to be paid. You have to know exactly that you're like never going to have any kind of conflict, but like you're never really going to learn anything from it, and you're not going to really step out of the bounds. The divine feminine that is the Empress, she's all about stepping out of bounds. She's wild. You're being asked to go wild, and you're being reminded that just because the dominant story narrative is that when you lose control, that it's like equivalent of like going on a bender and something terrible is going to happen to you. That's not what happens in reality. What happens just as often, if not more often, as often as there is a disaster, there is a miracle. Okay? As often as there's a disaster, there's a miracle. And sometimes the disaster is the miracle. Ooh, here's the thing. If you don't push yourself out of the comfort zone, you know what you want, and you don't push yourself out of the comfort zone, these two cards often go hand in hand. There's something that you really desire, but you're afraid to do something new because you don't know how, you're scared or whatever. The universe is like, okay, I'll make it happen then. And it looks like a disaster. It's like, I don't know, going like reversing time for me, going back to the beginning of COVID. It was like, I don't know how I'm going to put myself in a position where I can just like do tarot reading recordings and focus on social media. I have to work at my job. I don't know how I'm going to get myself in the position to do that. And then COVID came and I couldn't work and it looked like a gigantic disaster. I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills. So I just put all of my energy into starting my social media projects. And eventually, like, money started coming in for me. It looked like a disaster from the outside, but over time it ended up being a miracle. Okay? So those are your messages for this week. And what I'm going to do is bring it all together with a little blessing where we're inhaling love, bringing it down to our root, our safe place. Our root is where our bottom touches the surface that we're sitting on, and this is our safety zone, our comfort zone, where we will always be safe no matter what the outside circumstances are. Inhale love and know that you are safe right now. Right now. Everything is okay and you are safe. Love. Exhale fear. Inhale love. You are safe. Exhale fear. Inhaling love and knowing that it's okay to not know what you're doing. It feels good. I am excited that I don't know what's coming next. I'm excited and I love. I'm excited and I love that miracles are coming to me. I can't wait to watch the miracles unfold as I try new things and step out of my comfort zone. Inhale love. You are safe. Everything's fine. Right now, everything is fine. This is where I leave off. I love you, Capricorn. I'm going to see you later.